So, Josh, what is the best game from your childhood?
The best game from my childhood was the Skate series, specifically probably Skate 2, because that's where I got into it the most. I was actually a legend online. That was like the top rank that you could get. I played it so much. I could play pretty much, I don't think I ever had a friend that actually beat me in that game. That was how much I no-life that game. I would play, so in Skate 2 and all the Skate games, there's an online mode where you actually play Skate. So if I do a kickflip 180, you have to do a kickflip 180. I could pretty much play with all of my friends and then set the trick, or even like, I could get SKAT and still win the game because I was just that locked in on doing all the motions and everything like that. That was literally the game that I loved as a kid. I could get on that every single day and just keep playing it all the time.
So what made it so impactful on you?
So as a kid, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was kind of an introverted kid. I was never able to like talk to people really and like just go up and be like, yo, what's up? But online, when I played Skate, it was kind of different because I was a legend status, so I felt like I was really good at the game, you know what I mean? It was like a new thing, interacting with people online. It was just the easy way to like make friends and stuff like that, because then people would be like, holy shit, dude, like you're pretty damn good at that game, and then they want to like friend request you, and then you make friends. And actually, I had a friend that lived in Texas. I talked to him for literally like 4 years in middle school. He was one of my best friends, and he was an online person that I never even met before, which was pretty cool. I thought that's why it was so impactful for me. It kind of made me better at talking to people.
What would you say was one of the best moments from that game that made it so special?
When I could play friends and then be like, okay, like, if you think you're that good, I'll start off with SKAT, and then I'll still beat you, and then just be like a total, like, douchebag, you know? Just be, like, bragging all the time that I could whoop anybody's ass, and I don't know. Those are the best moments for me, at least. Sounds like a douchebag moment, but, like, I don't know. It's just, when you're good at a video game and you get cocky with it, it's fun. I don't know.
All right. So, Marcus, what game is the best game from your childhood?
Oh, I gotta say the best game from my childhood has to be Pokemon Gold version. Pokemon Gold version is just like the best game. Like, I'll tell you the little backstory behind it. Christmas of '99, I got Oracle of Seasons, Legend of Zelda. No one remembers that game really.
I do.
Mario Kart for the Game Boy Advance. Like I said, not the best Mario Kart, but Pokemon Gold was like the best game I got that year. And I played that game non-stop until I couldn't play it anymore. I liked Pokemon Gold so much that I went out and bought Silver to experience the other half of the game. And then I bought Crystal. This is back when EV Games was still a thing, and there was the first fresh concept of like trading in games. I traded in like some dumb PlayStation game to get Crystal, so I could play Crystal all the way through, because I never played Crystal, and I was like, Gold expanded the world for me as a Pokemon player, as a video game player.
What made it so impactful on you?
Because, like I said, it was the first introduction into the world. My first Pokemon was Cyndaquil. Man, in the Pokemon sphere, I'm known as a Johto baby. It's like, we call Gen 1ers Gen Whiners. I'm a Johto baby because it was that game. I remember getting Cyndaquil. I remember not understanding how to catch Pokemon. I was just killing everything in my way and only wanted to play with Cyndaquil. And then just running, and then the nightmare happened. The cold sweat started happening because of Whitney's milk tank. Like, any person who played Gold will talk about Whitney's milk tank. And I'm just saying, rollout, I didn't know Rock was super effective against fire. And Whitney's milk tank murdered my Cyndaquil, my Quilava, every single time. And I was just heated about it. I'm mad. I'm now more angry than I started this.
Besides that, what are the best moments from that game that make it so special?
The shiny Gyarados. Like, I didn't know like Gyarados was set to be shiny then, but when you go in and you just see that little red dude pop up lurking, and you're just like, what the fuck is that? Like, can I roll up on it? Roll up on it, and then it's bam, shiny Gyarados, and you're just like, what the fuck? Yes, like, yes, I got a shiny. I didn't know it was locked to being shiny. I lost my first gameplay. I lost a shiny Geodude, so I was like, oh yeah, nobody gets this. Caught that Gyarados, and then I trained that Gyarados, and it was the best thing. And I think what makes it even more impactful on that is that when I got into playing competitive Pokemon, VGC and Smogon, during the Generation 4 craze, and it makes that game even more special because my first introduction into the game became my first introduction into competitive Pokemon. And anybody who's ever played Pokemon for that long competitively will let you know. Diamond, Pearl, Heart Gold, Soul Silver format is the best format ever, like hands down. If you tell me otherwise, you're a loser, honestly. So Charles, what is the best game from your childhood?
I mean, I had to take video games in stages because in my childhood there was distinct differences. Because I started obviously on Atari and regular Nintendo. Regular, original the Mario Brothers. All those games are all awesome and whatnot. And then, believe it or not, Golf for NES was one that actually showed me that you can do different things besides jumping around on screen and whatnot. The first game that I really got into though was Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo, and then all of its sequels and whatnot. I thought it was amazing that something could be represented in a 3D way on screen or whatnot. After that came out, I loved all those games, and then Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64 came out. That was my favorite game. In 1998, I got that for Christmas. For like 5 or 6 weeks, I probably played Ocarina of Time, getting all the gold Skulltulas and whatnot, everything I could and whatnot. And I probably replayed that game like 7 or 8 times.
What makes Ocarina of Time so impactful on you?
The story and the music. Growing up, music was a very big part of my life. I played guitar and piano and saxophone and stuff like that. And the music was iconic in that game. Like I could hear any song from that game today and just immediately could tell you the name of that song basically. Being Link, you could be Link in Super Nintendo and whatnot, but you were a 3D full representation of Link with a sword, and you felt like you were coming out of the Kokiri Forest, learning how to actually do something with your life as a kid and whatnot, and then just all the adventure. And just it was a game that took forever, and I was never bored. Like I could go the entire time and like just all 12 hours a day and just exploring stuff and just like, well, I actually have to get to sleep now, but I can't wait to wake up in the morning and play it again basically. Like that, I've never had a game like that since then basically.
What would you say is like the best moment from Ocarina of Time? A moment that if someone were to ask you favorite part, what would you describe to people?
I would say it blew my mind, the time skip in that game. When you actually went in as a kid, like and froze, and then you had to come back an adult, and then just everything is messed up, and you're just like, oh my god, me sleeping did this. Like you just freak out, and you're just like hey, you're halfway through the game, but you're like, why? You're freaking out because you're like, there's nothing around you that's alive anymore, and you're just like, I kind of did this, like not doing with my inaction, even though that's obviously how the game is supposed to go and whatnot. For me, it was the first kind of game that gave me that emotional experience. Like halfway through, you're just like, oh man, I need to actually try and fix this and try to make this a better world or whatnot. Like I get lost in the worlds like that.